Hello friends and welcome back to Wanderlust Gaming. So today we're talking about how the Switch 2 is not strong enough to run Star Wars Outlaws properly. The Force is not strong with Star Wars Outlaws on the Switch 2. This is a Nintendo Life article, guys, before you say, oh, I'm a hater or whatever, you know. It says here that, you know, they took they played the demo of Star Wars Outlaws, and you know their impression was that the game runs really poorly according to them. You know, this is before I get accused of making up stuff, because a lot of you guys are like Nintendo fans that are very delusional. But you know, you gotta be able to take the heat, you know, take the truth, you know. So it says here that they didn't allow to do a direct feed capture of the game. So this is basically they're writing from what they were able to play, you know. According to Bowlings, Outlaws runs pretty poorly on the Switch 2, with both the game resolution and frame rate taking a hit to account for the scope of the open world and the technology under the hood. What's all the more concerning is that this comes despite the majority of the demo taking place in a relatively enclosed area, so not even like open world, you know. The early Imperial ship escape. They noted here, it says here that they noted that even in small environments, the game was very unstable and on capped frame rate. And it dropped below 30 frames per second during the demo. In a larger dogfight section, Bowling notes that the game simply didn't look very remarkable, despite the ray tracing lighting and DLSS providing some neat visuals in more intimate moments. So it says here, it seems to be a very bumpy ride when it comes to the Switch 2 this week. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about picking it up, I highly suggest that you probably pick it up like in a different system, because you know, that's what Nintendo games are for, just for Nintendo games, you know. You have your Mario Karts, you have your Donkey Kongs, your Pokemon, and that's it, you know. That's what I bought my Switch 2, just for Nintendo exclusive games. I don't expect to buy like third-party games like No Man's Sky, you know. I wouldn't even get this game Outlaws or Star Wars Outlaws just because it's a Ubisoft game. I never bought a Ubisoft. The last time I bought a Ubisoft game actually was many years ago, and I don't like this company at all. I think it's a very bad company. And on top of that, this game is actually it comes in a game key card. So, you know, you combine game keycard plus poor performance, it's a big no, you know. So yeah, I would suggest, you know, if you do want to play it, just, you know, nowadays you have to have like multiple systems if you're like an avid gamer, like myself. You know, I have my Steam Deck where I run most of my games that are like released on many systems and computer games. And then, you know, my Nintendo Switch 2 is mainly just for Nintendo games, and that's it, you know. I'm not buying this game on the Switch 2 because I know all these games have like really poor performance. I don't know why. Yeah, so, you know, I think you guys should worry if you're like, for example, looking for Indiana Jones on the Switch 2. Just, you know, you gotta save money, work extra hours, or do whatever, and get yourself a system that can run these games. I highly recommend the Steam Deck or the Lenovo Legion Go 2, you know, because those systems are really good, and you won't have like these performance issues. That's the video for today, guys. Bye bye.